Looks to hook it in! Burnley lead! What a finish from Chris Ward!
Moments, the ball is good, and the goal is good! New Zealand incredibly!
Winston Reed is the man! And West Ham lead for the second time tonight!
Welcome back, everyone, to the Ferns Podcast. After a short hiatus, we're back just in time for the 2021-22 A-League season. Hosted by myself, Toby, or Mr. Hands, and Davis Plays, we'll be chatting about New Zealand football and footballers. And as you should know by now, we always ask you to go over to our Twitter to follow us at Ferns Podcast to ask us questions and appear in the next episodes.
So usually we do a recap over all the Kiwis and how they've gotten on in the past 2 weeks. But obviously once we haven't done a podcast for a while, we are actually just going to do a recap over some of the fellow Kiwis and their actual season so far. So starting off with the Helsinger boys, so that's Elijah Just, Makawa, etc. They are currently top of their group in the second Danish league. And I mean, it looks like they will be winning it and getting promotion if they can keep it up. I think now like 2 or 3 points clear. But actually a very entertaining team to watch. I follow them on Twitter and look at some clips, but Elijah Just is continuing to ball out. I believe he's at 6 or 7 goal contributions for them now, and as well Makawa, who does play a deeper role compared to Elijah Just is as well, balling out. I think he's picked up a couple goals and a couple assists. Also we have obviously got Chris Wood, the main man himself, with his Burnley form, which is one thing I actually want to talk about. He's currently sitting on 2 Premier League goals in, I'm pretty sure, 10 or 11 games it's been in the Premier League. Toby, mate, what do you think of Chris Wood's form so far?
Chris Wood's form has been not the best, but he's always a slow starter when it comes to just scoring goals. He's not he doesn't score a lot of goals at the start of the season and just drop in form, if you know what I mean. It normally just builds up to that 10 goal mark.
Exactly, that's what happened last year, and around this time he only had, I think he also had, after 10 or 11 Prem games, he was also I think he had 3 goals or 2 goals. He also did have, he's got 2 goals, but to be fair, he did have a last minute, a 94th minute winner against Leicester ruled out. It ended 2-2, and he had a 94th minute winner ruled out. I mean, I don't know if it was, I actually personally haven't watched it. I don't know if it was wrongfully ruled out or if it was actually, not a goal and VAR was actually correct. I didn't watch, but still, very unfortunate. But nonetheless, as you said, he always starts slow and he always starts to pick it up. And I think for New Zealand international breaks, which is what we'll talk about that soon, I feel like that's going to be really good for Chris Wood. Because he is on fire right now. He's currently scored 5 out of his last 7 games for New Zealand. So hopefully, that can go over to his Burnley or Premier League form as well. He did actually score against Brentford. He scored 1 goal and he also got an assist to Cornet ruled out. So it is good to see him starting to pick up some more form, if you will.
Yeah, and even his international games have been quite nice to see. Just see some goals from him.
Honestly, I haven't seen him. I think against the Gambia, which was obviously the game once again we'll talk about later on, but I think that's the best I've seen Chris Wood for a while. Honestly, he felt, I don't know, just watching him, a proper striker. He really should have had maybe even a hat-trick or even 4 goals. He got in a lot of really good positions. Yeah. He did what a striker should.
His positioning was crazy that game. Don't get me wrong, the passes to him and all the balls fell to him, but I think he did really well to get in those positions, which made him able to score.
Definitely, striker's instinct. But Sarpreet Singh, Sarpreet Singh's assist for his second goal over the Gambia, that was absolutely wild. If you guys haven't seen that, I highly recommend. There'll no doubt be some clips on Twitter, or I think you can actually watch the highlights on the All Whites YouTube now. Sarpreet Singh's assist for Chris Wood's second goal. It was a lovely ball through. Obviously, got the right curve on it. Exactly, it was like Kevin De Bruyne, Mesut Ozil-esque. Honestly, it was just. That's what it reminded me of, especially as an Arsenal fan. Mesut Ozil, it gave me flashbacks to prime Ozil. I absolutely loved it. But for real, it was a very good goal, very good game versus the Gambia as well.
It also brings me on to Singh's improvement since he left the Phoenix. That's just... He's gained a different style of game. He's really good with the passing. He's getting on the score sheet a lot more, and he's becoming more clinical and more just a more confident, developed player in Europe.
Yeah, definitely. He's bulked up a lot as well. The Bayern effect, or the Germany effect, I should say.
Well, I think Bayern's first step when he came was to just bulk him up. His physical needed to go like straight up because he was quite a skinny, small kid when he left Wellington, and now you look at him, he's like in his early to mid 20s, and he's like he looks a lot more confident in his play style as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this also does, obviously, going off of what you've said about his form, for Regensburg, he has now gotten 4 goals and 4 assists in the second Bundesliga, so 8 goal contributions. Not only that for Regensburg, though, he's also gotten 1 goal and 1 assist in the Pokal, the DFK Pokal, or DFP, I don't know, something like that, but the Pokal, the German Cup, the German trophy, basically the equivalent of the FA Cup for the English viewers. He's also gotten a goal and an assist for Regensburg there. So he's gotten 10 goal contributions in all competitions so far, and that does put him to an average of a goal or an assist every 119 minutes, which for a central attacking midfielder is very, very impressive. Very impressive. He's having definitely his breakout season. Disregarding, his Phoenix season that made Bayern buy him, he is 100% having his breakout season with Regensburg. And I've also got one question. I already know my answer, but what do you think is the best next step for Sarpreet Singh's career? Because he's currently still owned by Bayern, but he's on loan at Regensburg.
Yeah. So right now he's playing for Regensburg. He's on loan, but as soon as he leaves that loan, I'm not sure what the transfer interest is going to be, where he moves to a more successful club, not them Bayern, them Regensburg, but like moves to like a different team, maybe moves back to Regensburg because he's confident, he's their play style, he knows their tactics, and it's just perfect fit. But then if he were to do that, and would definitely up his price tag, knowing that he's got 10 goal contributions in the matter of games he's played for them.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, in my opinion, the most ideal thing is Regensburg do get promoted. I believe they're second right now, which is an automatic promotion spot. And I think 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th is playoffs, or 3rd and 4th is playoffs, I think. So
like
he's on track. I think they're obviously after top 2 to get the instant promotion to the Bundesliga. Ideally, he basically carries Regensburg to the Bundesliga, and either Regensburg buy him permanently, or obviously Bayern will recall his loan, or obviously when he returns from loan, Bayern will decide to keep him, which if Bayern do keep him, I would be surprised, because personally I don't really see him getting too much minutes in Bayern's team. And I think the worst case for me is if Bayern, and his loan with Regensburg finishes, he comes back to Bayern, and then Bayern loan him out again to another team.
Yeah.
That'd be quite annoying.
And I can see that actually happening though. Like,
yeah, that's the thing that's worrying me.
With Singh, he's too good for the second team in the 3rd league, but he's also not good enough to be in like the Bayern München that we all know, who won like the UCL and bit. So yeah, I can definitely see him moving to like a more of a lower end first league team, or maybe he's like the god of the second league, but like maybe he.
I really hope. I really hope if Regensburg do get promoted, Sarpreet Singh, Regensburg will buy him permanently. But the question is, how much would Bayern, if they were willing to sell him, how much would they actually sell him for to Regensburg? Because Bayern are a big team, they know he's on form, they're going to ask for a good amount of money. I reckon, I mean, if I had to put a price on his worth, it depends if he can keep this form up. Like, if he finishes the season, if he's 10 goal contributions and the season's only like 30% done, let's say theoretically he ends on, let's say, 18 goal contributions. I think Bayern could probably squeeze 1.5 to 2 million euros, so it's more like around 2.5, 3 million New Zealand dollars for him. But the thing is, would Regensburg be willing to actually pay that? Because they are a second Bundesliga team. I don't think they've ever been in the first division of German football, so they don't have the most amount of money in the world. And it would be probably up there with one of the most, the most expensive club signings. But ideally, I just want to see Sarpreet Singh have his team in the top league. In just any team. I don't want him to keep going out on loans.
I mean, right now he's worth, what, about £700,000?
Yes, around there, around £800,000, which is around.
So I can see him going out for like maybe 1.2, 1.1.
Yeah, remember that was updated last year, so that's before his absolute wild form at the minute.
Yeah, but like I can't see Bayern getting a second league team to spend nearly double the amount of his market value or someone like.
That's what I mean. Like, if Regensburg if they do get promoted to the Bundesliga, though, then that's what I'm talking about. Like, if Regensburg get promoted, they'll obviously be getting that Bundesliga money, so they'll know. But before the season started, he had a value of £800,000, so that's 1.6 million New Zealand. But that's before this season, so that's not including how good he's been. But no, you are right though. Regensburg probably wouldn't be able to afford too much of a price tag.
Almost 700 days later, New Zealand have been finally getting some international team friendlies, and we've been doing amazingly as we've won all 3 matches against Curacao, Bahrain, and the Gambia. We won against Curacao 1-0 with a late header from Kerwin against Bahrain, and 2-0 against the Gambia with a wood brace. Just what were your thoughts on the Curacao match?
The Curacao match, honestly, I think it was good. The second half was quite bad because I know they went 2-0 up in the first half in the Curacao match. Chris Wood goal and it was a free kick deflection as well. I don't know, the second half was bland. Like Curacao got back into it. It was 2-1 in the end. And we were at a point we were kind of like holding on for it. They would definitely the better side in the second half.
Yeah.
As for Bahrain, I think that was a little bit better. They're actually a solid team. 1-0 win. I'll be brutally honest though, the music that was playing in the background, I just wanted to rip my hair out. I wanted to rip my hair. They had like this constant song on repeat. Oh, it was so jarring. But no, I mean, a 1-0 win. It was 0-0 the whole time. It was a relatively even game. And then we obviously got a Kerwin late header. And as for the Gambia game, I actually I watched the full game. It was a 5 a.m. kickoff for New Zealand, and what I did is I actually did my player ratings, and I'll give you guys my reason for them as well. So starting off, we've gone for Marinovic. Remember, this is against the Gambia, not including the other games. This is literally just the Gambia player ratings. Marinovic, we've gone for an 8 out of 10. Very, very good. Very. Honestly, he made like a double save. It was like the 85th minute to keep us in it. Obviously, for Gambia, if they scored that, then they would have been on track for a little bit of a comeback. But no, Marinovic was absolutely class, especially considering he hasn't played too much football recently. Because he didn't play. I think he only started 1 or 2 games last season for the Phoenix. Ollie Sale, obviously overtaking him.
I think it's the Israeli Premier League.
Yeah, he's gone to Israel, which is true. I'm not sure on how, if he's starting or not, but he actually did really well. I was really impressed with him. Pinnaker, we've gone for a 7. I think he did his job. Winston Reed, I've gone for a 6, which is the lowest in the team. You can tell he's getting to the point. He's just, he's getting unfit. He's getting injured a lot. I know he got injured in the 6th minute, and I mean, he did manage to last until the 56th minute, and then when he did get subbed off, but nonetheless, I mean, considering his fitness, considering he hasn't played much football as well, especially, I don't know, man. Yeah, pity points. No, because I know West Ham put a statement out, actually like a month or 2 ago, officially, Winston Reed no longer at the club, because I know he was on loan at Brentford. So yeah, I mean, he hasn't been playing much football, so it makes sense that he's not the most fit he's ever been. But nonetheless, just a game to forget for him. But he still did the job, made it to the 56th minute. Cacace, I've gone for a 6.5. He wasn't up to himself. He wasn't up to his usual self. He still was okay defensively. Once again, he did his job, but I feel like he should have just passed the ball forward a lot more. His runs were good in behind, but I feel like he could have done a little bit more than he did. Kerwin, I've gone for a 7. Actually impressed with him. I know he didn't have a great game versus Curacao, but he's picked it up a lot since. Joe Bell, I've gone for an 8. Got the assist for Chris Wood's first goal. Sarpreet Singh, I've gone for an 8.5. Self-explanatory, very creative player. Once again, the assist to Chris Wood's second was unbelievably good. Stamenik, we've gone for an 8 out of 10. I think I was really impressed with him. Did really well. Champness, we've gone for a 7.5. and as well as Elijah Just, we've gone for a 7.5. Now, I actually want to mention Elijah Just. He's quite a small guy, and he's quite short, quite skinny. I actually think he uses his body quite well, considering how little he is when it does come to physical. And then the main man up front, Chris Wood, I've given him a 9 out of 10. I probably would have given him a 10 if he did get that hat trick, but sadly he did get denied in I think it was the 84th, 83rd minute. It hit the post, but yeah, honestly, I think it was a solid performance. Our performance against the Gambia was definitely the best out of all 3 of our preseason games.
Yeah, everyone looked a lot more confident than the other games. Now on to the questions provided by you guys on Twitter. At Ferns Podcast. Follow us and maybe tweet at us if you want to ask us a question for the next podcast. Today, we have got a few questions provided by you guys. This one by Drainers Elite. Who will be the top scorer in the A-League this season? Davis.
I got to go with Jamie McLaren again, eh? I think Storage will score a good amount. I think Storage, because obviously I know people are going to be saying him. English Liverpool fans are going to have a lot of bias towards him. I don't know, he's a new man on the block. I don't think he'll be the top scorer. I think Jamie McLaren will have another 20 plus goal season. I think Storage will finish on 13 or 14. So, to answer your question, I'm going to go Big J Mac. What about yourself?
I mean, the thing people don't take into consideration with this is that Sturridge was banned from football for a bit for a gambling thing in Turkey. And so he hasn't actually played much football recently. And so, and he's as soon as he gone to Australia, he was acting a bit I guess, supreme, he was diva kind of style. No messing around with haircuts and whatever. I don't think Sturridge is going to do as well as most people think he will. No, I
actually agree. That's true. I agree with you, actually. I agree.
I think possibly Hemed and Hooper might be up there. And I don't want to sound biased, but look at
I'm
Hemed's,
not sure.
Look at
I'm not sure with Hemed.
Goals and assists. And then you look at Hooper.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he will. He only got 6 goals in the Indian League last year. Hooper, Hooper only got 6 goals in the Indian League last year. I think 6 goals, 2 assists in 18 games. But as for Hemed, I do think I think he'll probably be contention as well.
He will get up there, but I don't think he'll be golden boot, but I think he'll be around that area.
If I had to put an order on it, I'd go first, Jamie McLaren. Second, I think it will be Hemed, and third, I think Storage. I think Hemed will get around 14 goals, and Storage will get 12 or 13, and J Mac will just get another 20 plus, in my opinion. Now, the next question is coming from Benji. He's got the next best lineup for round 1 and the A-League table prediction. So we'll start off with our predicted Phoenix lineup, or the lineup we want to see for round 1, which is against Macarthur in a few days' time. I'll go first. So, first of all, I've gone for Sale in net. Obviously, you just cannot drop him after the form he has had last season. Yeah. I've gone for McGarry at left back. I've gone for Payne at centre back, and I've gone for, hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, Bozanovsky. I'm probably pronouncing that a little bit wrong. But he's a loan signing from Melbourne Victory. He's an absolute monster. I think he's 6'6". I think he's 6'6", absolutely massive build. I think we brought him in for a loan, so we're definitely going to be using him. And obviously with Stephen Taylor retiring from football, which is very unfortunate because it was very late. And it was a little bit oh shit, we're screwed. But no, Bozanovsky I think is actually a good loan signing from Melbourne Victory. I think he'll start. Right back, it's got to be Fenton. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Fenton and Cullen Elliott, rotating together. But I think Fenton will start. He's got the most appearances for the club. A bit of a club legend. As for the midfield, I've gone for Clayton Lewis, very, very good centre mid, and I'm not a massive fan of him, but I think Rufer is going to be starting. I just think he's going to, and he wasn't amazing last season. He's still yet to score his first A-League goal. Now, I've actually gone for a 4-2-2 formation. Left cam, I've gone for Piscopo, or I say left cam, you can tell I play FIFA. Left mid, I've gone for Piscopo. Strikers, I think it is going to be Hooper and Ben Waine, and at right cam / right mid, I think it is going to be David Ball, because we did see Ball play right mid, or pushed up cam to the right a little bit towards the. Well, I say towards the end, he played quite a lot for you last season.
Yeah.
I think Ben Waine and Hooper will be the striker partnership. Hooper, we it's kind of self-explanatory. Hooper we brought back, so there's no way we're not going to be starting him. Very experienced, good striker. And Ben Waine, turning down a championship club to stay with us, he would have 100% been guaranteed game time, like 100%. So that's my lineup, 4-2-2. As I said, I've just gone over it. What's your predicted lineup for round 1, Toby?
I mean, so in my lineup, I've gone for tried to chuck in the signings a bit, the new ones. I do think for goalkeepers, it has to be Sale. Like, who else are you going to play in that position? Let's be honest. Then you've got Gary left back, Payne. I got him for Laws at centre back instead of Bozanovsky, because Bozanovsky is quite young, not as experienced as Laws, who's 23, but
yeah,
I think they'll start Laws just for safety, and then once they start
they'll bring Bozanovsky into the lineup a bit.
Yeah. And you've got Fenton at right back, but I do agree with how you said they might swap Fenton around with Elliott, and yeah, because that's what happened a lot last year as well.
Yeah,
and then,
no, you're not wrong.
Since I'm going a 4-2-3-1, it was kind of what they played. They played a little last year. I do think it's quite a good formation for us. So in the DMs, I've got Clayton Lewis and chucked in new signing Pennington.
Oh, I forgot about Pennington. Yeah, it's not a bad shout. Pennington came from the Serie C, I think it is, the third Italy division. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah,
because he was quite a versatile player. So I was just thinking they probably want to play him like box to box, because he can play like winger, striker, but he can also play centre back, full back. So it's not a bad shout to put him in the midfield.
Yeah.
You've got on the left, Piscopo, right, Ball. In the middle, you've got Luca Perso. He came from, I think it was a Croatian team on a free transfer. And then you've got Gary Hooper up top.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. It's a solid lineup. I think Ben Waine is going to start, though. I think he's going to... He'll start a lot more than he did last season, in my opinion. Because there's no way... He turned down a championship club. A championship club who I can't remember what club was it. I'm not sure. But they're actually doing really good in the championship, and he turned them down. I don't think he would have turned down a really big offer like that to stay at the Phoenix if he wasn't guaranteed a lot of minutes. So I think Ben Waine will definitely start quite a bit.
I think he turned down Coventry City.
Yeah, it's the one. It is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You are right. Yeah,
then,
I mean, overall, I don't know, we've got a few signings in there, a few new signings, but I think the must-starters, if I was to pick 3 must-starters, it would be Payne, I'd probably say Piscopo and Hooper. That's my 3 main starters. What about you,
Sale.
Oh, yeah, Sale as well, yeah.
So, talking about my lineup, I might actually want to change Perso with Wayne, maybe just because Wayne's a bit more experienced in the Phoenix lineup, but...
Yeah, true.
For my main starters, you definitely have to have Hope. Well, I guess you have to have everyone in every, part of the pitch. So, defense, you've got to have Payne.
Yeah, well, water is wet, isn't it? You're not wrong.
You've got to have Payne. You've got to have Hooper. My opinion, since he's been here for that long and he's kind of a club legend, I want to put David Ball in there. Because he's quite experienced and he's just all around just... an amazing player for us. A bit shaky at the start, but he's just slided into the play style, and he's just developed into a Phoenix player.
One thing I'm actually interested with this coming out season to see how we play without Stephen Taylor, because Stephen Taylor was huge for us defensively, and I have a feeling, I hope it doesn't happen, but I think our defensive stats, we're going to concede a lot more. I mean, who knows, with Sale in net, he is a reincarnation of Levi Sheen, don't get me wrong, but still, Stephen Taylor was the leader, like, he was the man, he was the main man. He was controlling the defense, he was talking to the defenders, and he actually even scored a few goals for us as well from corners. And I remember I watched it live. He scored a goal, well, not live at the stadium, but obviously on TV. I watched it. It was actually a win over Sydney FC. I think it would have been 2 seasons ago. It was a 2-1 win, and Stephen Taylor got the second goal. So yeah, I remember that quite vividly.
Yeah,
so
I remember it too.
Worried. I'm worried for how we'll do.
It's a half-field volley with the goalkeeper on the line, just top bin.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. That's how it went down, to my memory.
Next question up from Ruben. Do you think the Phoenix will come top 6 after pre-season results?
Nah, I don't know. I want us to, but obviously being based in Aussie again, I'm not hopeful. I don't think we will. What about you? Do you reckon we'll clutch it? Do you reckon we'll clutch top 6?
So, after this question, we will be doing A-League predictions, and I have put Phoenix top 6, but I do think I'm being just a bit optimistic there. I think on paper we've got a solid team, but like if you think of how many people haven't played for the Phoenix before or haven't been there in a while, aka Hooper,
yeah,
it's just going to be a way of just working the squad and seeing if we can just get everyone to fit in our play style, get some just consistency, and then we should. So I think we'll have a slow start, but I think we should start rising around the middle of the season as we progress and get more chemistry within the squad.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happened last season as well. Like, we were terrible, and like we fought after like 15 games. There's no shot we're getting playoffs, and we went on a mad spree. And obviously we finished 7th, just behind. Davila missed a penalty to put us through, which was heartbreaking. But now leading into the A-League table predictions, which was asked from Benji. So obviously he said, what is your predictions for this year's A-League? Now I've put the 12 teams down from 1st to 12th. I've gone for the winner, who I think will win the whole competition, and who I think will be the runners-up. So I'll go from the bottom and make my way up. In 12th, I've gone for Western United. Honestly, I think they've made a couple signings, but nothing too crazy to note of. And plus, I just hate them, don't I? I hope they get 12. It's more of a hope they get 12 than think they'll get 12. I just don't like them. They are rats. 11th, I've gone for Melbourne Victory. Melbourne Victory got the wooden spoon last year. They got bottom last year, but I don't know, in like a little bit of a rebuild phase. They've made a few good signings, but I still think they're going to get 11th. Now 10th, I hate to say this, man. I put Wellington Phoenix as 10th. I could see us maybe getting 9th, maybe 8th for the stretch, but I've just put us at 10th. At least I can't say we're going to get top 6, and then this will bite me in the ass when we finish like 10th or 9th. But I've put us at 10th. I think we've made some good signings, but once again, it's going to take a while for them to gel. 9th place, I've gone for the Jets. 8th place, Central Coast. 7th place, I've gone for Western Sydney. 6th place, I've gone for Adelaide. 5th, I've gone for Brisbane Roar. 4th, I've gone for MacArthur. Now the top 3. 3rd place, I've gone for Perth Glory. 2nd, I've gone for Melbourne City. And 1st, I have gone for Sydney. Now, Sydney, let's not lie to ourselves. They're the biggest club in the A-League. They've got a lot of fans. They've got the most A-League titles. They've always been the team to beat in the A-League, so I put them at 1st. And for the overall winner, I've gone for Sydney. I think Sydney will do it. Sydney FC, that is. Runners-up, I've gone for Perth. I think Perth will make the finals and they'll lose to Sydney. So that's my A-League predictions. Once again, Sydney FC to win it and Perth to get second. Toby, what's your predictions looking like?
So I've gone for more of a optimistic for the Phoenix, I would say. Very, like as I said before, I put Phoenix top 6, even though it's definitely, well, it's not definite, but it's very, very unlikely considering our team's state. Like, got Jets at 12. I don't think the Jets are that strong. Same with Melbourne. It was kind of like a mix-up between them. But now that you've said that Western United in 12, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, they were just a team made of money, just like MacArthur when they came into the league. It's kind of
I'm
the
not
same
gonna
story.
lie. I just don't like Western United, so that's why I put them bottom. I think they'll get bottom 2 or bottom 3, but I just put them bottom because I hate them.
And then we've got this. I kind of questioning this now, but I put Wanderers at 9th. I think they're better than most people think they are, which is why I put them at 9th. But now that I think about like how they played last year, I think actually I know a solid team. Not like top like 5, but like mid-table, kind of to late table, which is technically where I put them actually. Like maybe like 8th.
You remember? Yeah, you have to remember it's only a 12 team league, so
it's not like 20.
Isn't even that bad.
It's not 20 like the Prem, so I can't really say mid-table without being top 6. And then you've got Mariners in 8th. That was also.
I think that's fair. I think that's quite fair. I also put them in 8th actually.
I've got Adelaide 7th, Brisbane 6th. I think Wellington, Phoenix, and Roar on my table should switch possibly.
So you put Phoenix 5th.
Phoenix 6th, Brisbane Roar 5th.
Right, okay, I see.
So I've done pretty much the opposite of you. I put Perth in 4th and 3rd, and 3rd MacArthur. Now I've got Sydney in 2nd, Melbourne in 1st.
Who do you reckon will win the whole thing?
I don't know.
You reckon Melbourne City? Yeah, fair enough. I think Melbourne City, I don't think they'll go back-to-back. I don't think they'll have a pressure to go back-to-back. I think Sydney will get revenge from last time, or from last season, losing in the final to Melbourne. So I think, they'll get first, Perth will get 2nd, and I think Melbourne City will get knocked out in the semi-finals from Perth, and then Perth, lose to Sydney in the finals. That's how I think it's going to pan out. But I love your optimism. I really hope that Phoenix do get top 6. I really do hope.
It's a matter of hope rather than prediction, ain't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Because the A-League table has always been like a fight between Melbourne and Sydney at the top 2 for like the past couple years, few years.
Yeah. The thing I like about the A-League though is not the top 3, top 4 is quite predictable, but anything like 5th and 6th spot is always wide open. Like anything could happen.
Yeah.
Like who knows? Like maybe our new signings will be very, very good. They'll gel together instantly, and we'll have a great season and finish 5th or 4th or something. But I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't
think the top 4 are predictable. I mean, Perth came 9th last year, and
they got 8th.
We've put them in 4th and 3rd.
Yeah, they've gone for 8th. The reason with that, I think Daniel Sturridge up top. As I said, I think he'll get the 3rd most goals. I think he'll get 12 or 13. Perth have got a lot of quality players. I know they've got another striker. I can't remember his name, but I'm not going to lie to you. I know he's good because I've seen some hype around him on Twitter, and also he's got a 74 rated card on FIFA. So he's doing something right. Yeah, he's almost a gold card. So I think Perth have got some quality, especially up top. So I think Perth will actually, they'll get top 5, I reckon.
That is it for today's episode, guys. Please make sure to follow us on Twitter at Ferns Podcast to ask us questions and get updates on the show. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next time. Peace.